goodness. Well, just stopped to get gas again. Now, the one thing about the Prius V, it has small gas tank. So it was $25 to fill it up. It's got a 10-gallon tank. That's it. It's got a pretty small tank. So I have a new name for MAGA. Malicious a-holes grousing again. MAGA. That's what I see when I see MAGA. Malicious a-holes grousing again. So if you see a hater, 9 out of 10, they're MAGA. Entitled, you know. Entitled a-holes. Oh. So back on the road. Yep. So I stopped and, you know, threw away the garbage. Did all that, set up again for another day, very quick. Now next, there was a really a nice looking setup. Somebody that had a Rubicon Jeep, and then they had an Overlander type of a thing they were pulling, but it actually looked like it was good for overland. It looked nice and sturdy, and something that actually could be used for overland. That was a nice setup. Yeah, pretty nice setup. I could see doing off-road stuff with that really pretty easily. So Elon's on the rant because they're suing him. So the guy that's suing him, he was saying a bunch of crap about. Yeah. We do have people willing to stand up to Trumpenstein and Muskrat. The Orange Menace. So he's over there still with his big marker pen, getting rid of any kind of money for vaccines and things. Yeah, we don't want children to be vaccinated. We want to thin out the herd, get rid of the kids, tell them it's all okay not to be vaccinated at all. Oh my Lord. voted for him, MAGA, that, oh, he's doing a great job, get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, wait until it hits you. Wait until it hits you. Some stupid people. Oh, Lord have mercy. Some of these people that voted for him, the farmers and stuff, are really already starting to get hit. No more government subsidies for buying the excess grain and stuff that they were making. Yeah. Ready to lose their family farms. Yeah. Just bad. Somebody was saying in the comments, and they're absolutely right. If this a-hole people, these wealthy ones, actually paid taxes, we wouldn't have any trouble. Okay? We'd have enough. But instead of them paying their taxes, they're giving them more money. Okay? $4 trillion they want to give these a-holes. Now, how would that benefit society? Instead of giving it to these wealthy that got more money than they could ever use to begin with, give it to the people that need it. Make these wealthy ones actually pay taxes. Actually have to pay their fair share of taxes and give that $4 trillion to the people that need it. And then we'd have a decent society. That's all it would take. Okay? But these malicious a-holes that are always grousing again, they're never happy. They want more. They've got more than they could ever use, and yet it's still not enough. That empty hole in their hearts can never be filled no matter how much money they have. Unbelievable. But we're the wealthy. We're the privileged. We should have all the benefits. Unbelievable. And the more they get, the more stingy they get. They have no idea what it's like to have to live on the salaries they want to pay people. That people can't even keep a roof over their head. They don't have money for the medications they need. I think every one of these a-hole guys, wealthy ones, should be stripped of their money and have to live on what they pay their people for 6 months. Let them have a reality check of what it's actually like to have to live that life. Okay? Then maybe we'd see some changes. If they actually had to live the life that most people live, with prices continually going up and their paychecks going down. You have the working poor that are working a full-time job, but yet they can't afford the housing. That's insane. Not only can they not buy a house, they can't even afford to have a roof over their head. Okay? It's just crazy. Well, the dividing is coming. You know, the line in the sand is drawn. This can only go so far before everything starts collapsing and they get a reality check. Okay? So yeah, you know. And that's okay. We can, you know, we'll make it through. We'll tighten our belts. We can do it. Fortunate I'm in a good position now, but I wasn't always. I've had those really hard times. I've been homeless before. Okay? I raised a child on my own and had, you know, barely could get food on the table. Couldn't afford to have Christmases and things. You know, I had to get secondhand things for Christmas, but I always made sure that we made it through one way or another. And my daughter's happy for that. She said it's made her a strong person, you know, that she saw that we didn't have it easy, but made it work, okay? Still make it work. And we can still make it work this time, okay? It's not easy. And then I see these crazy, supposed to be a church. Now my idea of having a church, you know, when you take in the 10%, people are supposed to give like 10% donations to the church. But what those should be used for, not building a bigger church building and getting airplanes for these ministers, so-called ministers. They're not ministers, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. That money should be used to aid those in the church that don't have. That's what that should be used for. That was my view of it. The money taken in is held, and you give it to those that need help with their bills, need help with those things. You support the church members, but they don't do that. No. They say, if you're hurting, send money in. If you're barely making it, send the money in. Yeah. There's so many things that need to be changed. So many things. But again, we'll make it through. And there will be a radical change. Once they see, what this is, and the wealthy, how greedy they are, and all they're doing is trying to line their pockets, they're not doing a thing to benefit people, that will be the end of them voting for Republicans in. That'll be the end of that. So let them continue to hang themselves. And we continue to fight them in the courts, because what they're doing is illegal. Okay? But people will see just how toxic they are. That they care for nobody but these billionaires. And that's it. The rest of you have no meaning. You're worth nothing. And yet, with those people that are worth nothing, they could do nothing without them. Okay? It's the people that are working, that are filling their pockets with these billions, and then they want to act as if these people are worthless. What would they do if the whole world took a week off and said, we're not going to work? What are you going to do now, billionaires, without any workforce at all? What would they do? I think they should have a whole week sit out and give them a real awakening. That would give them a bit of a clue. If all the workforce sat out for a week and said, now what? Now what? Pay us, you don't want to respect us, yet we're the ones that have given you your cushy life. Now what are you going to do? When you have nobody that will go to work for a week? A week-long sit-out for every company. That would really put the nail in their coffin. Anyway, just my thoughts on it. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we're going to keep pedaling down the road.